Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll try the left side. Gentry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a give right side. Gentry.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Yellow. 480. There we go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Tight go, tight go, tight go. Check 99. Check 99. Watch the
On first down, Gentry. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Check the hurry. 36, 36.
On second down, Gentry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd down now, Gentry, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Prescott off play action. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, Hilliard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, it's Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On third down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
13 yards. First down, Ravens.
43!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
It's a foot race. The 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a give right side. Gentry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hey, check by your team. Check by 39. You got to get the ball until you get the ball.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check 3, check 3. Yellow. Come back.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Yellow, yellow. We won't. Come on. Slow. No. Deuce. 94 is the mark. Alpha. 94 is the mark. Man, I got you. Hey, 57. Switch. Alert flare. Attack. 94 is the mark. Watch the slant.
Mahomes to throw once more. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they want to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tony Pollard. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Looking right sideline, that's complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You better be hot shot. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch one. Watch one. Check, check. Yellow. Check, check, check. Check, 0-15.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Pollard again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Pollard. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
There we go. Wide in. 26. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You go tight. You got 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. Throw caught here by Bird. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down now, Hilliard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run, it's Hilliard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Pollard going to try the right side. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Pollard. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Keep playing.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go.
Mahomes going to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
56, right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
That's it, baby. White 56, White 56. 6-man. Check curls. 50, yellow. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Check yellow. 26. Watch out. Yellow. Watch it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
56. Ricky. Check 3. Slam. Shoot. Yellow. Alert 3. Watch out.
Now here's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Hilliard, and he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
set third down and 9.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Pollard. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going to run again here with Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. On 1st down, Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Big hit. John Johnson on the coverage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Come on, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Run for Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Pollard. The 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown, and the game